Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been a minute. We've been on a brief hiatus. This is the Dad's Talk Shit podcast. With me, I have two of my brothers. Man to the left of me right here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself one time for the one time?
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. And now I'm fried, bro. No cap.
It's
So
Friday.
I'm high. Yeah, it'd be like that. So, hi, everybody. I'm Jay Sean. I've known these guys for a while since high school. It's been a long ass time. We've been kicking it, and I'm glad to be on. My man's podcast.
Yeah, bro, there's a new face down there at the bottom, man. That's Jay Sean. That's a little bro out the group. To the man above Jay Sean and to my left, y'all might know him on the channel. It's the face of Let's Be Real. It's Mr. 24/7, the man that never stops grinding, no days off, all month of September, busting out the videos. Mr. J Graham the Gator, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Yo, I'm happy we died. I was gonna say, yo, we need to do a podcast like the three of us.
Hey,
Like,
I'm
yeah.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Yeah.
But I think we should do it. That should be like a studio jump,
Yeah, like an in-person.
and we smoke. Obviously, like just smoke and chill and just talk. Just
Yeah.
have
Now,
topics.
yeah, let's talk about that after this.
Yeah, let's do that after this. You know what I'm saying? Then we can talk about everything we want to talk about after this. Let's jump right into the topic though. Um, it's been on my mind all day. I want to talk about censorship and cancel culture. It's a big movement. It's a powerful movement. Um, I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on censorship in general. I want to know how you guys feel about it, especially in today's times. Like, we have to walk on eggshells, right?
Hold up, can I? So there's censorship in like words, but like think about like twerking and all that shit. Like it's not as much censorship as you really think. But and I think it's really a bias towards men. I'm not like against women. I'm not against women at all. Like at all. I'm a feminist, you know.
So you're all for the female empowerment, right?
I'm all for it. You feel me? I'm all for equal rights and all that shit, bro. But that cancel culture is it really attacks men more than it does, women. It's really
all right. Elaborate on that a little bit, bro. Like, what you mean by that? I mean, I know what you mean, but some people might not know.
It's just like I feel as though, like, because I'm not gonna say like white men, because white men, that's a whole different thing. I'm not about to get into that, but just men in general, when they get canceled, it's just crazy. And then you see a woman does something like with that fucking, what's that nigga from the Pirate of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp.
With that Johnny Depp stuff, like that, she didn't
Yeah.
cancel. She did end up losing the role, but like she didn't really like it wasn't really out there.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like when women do stuff, it's not really like it's brushed off or someone or whatever. It's just
It's a double standard.
Double standard. It's always going to be. It feels like it's always going to be a double standard. And how can we be equal if it's always going to be a double standard? You feel me?
Got you. What you think, Javay?
My biggest concern about cancel culture, I do agree with Jay Sean, is primarily directed towards men. However, I feel like the issue with cancel culture is even bigger than that. I feel as though it disables the possibility for public discourse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people have ideas, um, ideas and positions that'll go unchallenged. And we need people to challenge our ideas. Um, on any side of the coin, like whatever coin it is you're looking at, whether it be in politics, whether it be in relationships, whether it be men and women, you need that discourse in order to come to some sort of understanding. And the greatest way to destroy a people is to divide them.
Right.
If we cancel everybody that has different opinions, and mind you, when I say different opinions, I'm not talking about shit like racism and shit like that. That shit is,
white people don't cancel white people. It's crazy.
Right.
Trump hasn't been canceled.
I don't want to get into a thing about white people, but what I do want to say is, like, when it comes to shit like racism and like just straight up destructive shit, sure, we should try to defeat that. But when it comes to other things, like I said, politics, relationships, stuff like that, the public discourse is important, and it's important to not shout another side down. Try to understand it, and you can sort out the bullshit from what's real.
Right.
But a lot of people, I think cancel culture stems from weakness and insecurity.
Gotcha. So, Jason, what do you think? Like the impact of cancel culture, bro? Like, how do you think it impacts men? Like, if you were a celebrity, how do you think it would impact your career? Because you would have to walk on eggshells, right? You couldn't truly be yourself.
Nah, you have to be a whole personality to like the public in order to just not get canceled again. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of PR, and you're gonna be doing PR for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Every little thing you say is gonna offend somebody in some way, some manner, some shape, or some form. So you can't really be who you want to be.
I don't believe it's necessary. I just don't believe canceling someone is.
It's not.
Okay, like let's say if someone's being racist, they lose their job. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I that's deserved. Like what? Like, you caught with your hand in the cookie jar, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
It
is. Just take your L.
So you think what grounds would you say cancel culture would be appropriate for? Like you say, racism. What else?
Pedophiles need to be canceled. Like all this. I don't want to get political, but it's a lot of just
speak your shit, bro. I mean, just don't get too deep into it. We can save it for another topic, but
because like the whole state of Texas right now with this abortion thing should be canceled because this is ridiculous. How are y'all letting this happen? That's crazy.
Throw the whole state away, bro. Like that's
like the DeSantis in Florida. Like, come on.
I have something to add.
Like, it's a lot of stuff. Like these people are getting canceled. These people are getting rose up. They're getting like raised up in their freaking like parties and stuff, and that's crazy. Like they're doing the crazy. Like,
hold on, bro. Go ahead, Javay. What'd you say?
To sort of add to what Jay Sean said, I feel as though people are canceling all of the wrong people, right? You'll cancel a celebrity for making a tweet about something that was probably the truth, but it's just something you didn't want to hear, right?
Yeah.
But you had entire lawmakers, right? That you and I'll say this, right? A lot of blame gets put on politicians. A lot of blame gets put on Republicans, especially, right? And which I agree, blame should be put on Republicans, right?
Right.
Why isn't the focus? Why aren't we as focused on them as we are on someone on Twitter, who carelessly makes a tweet? We're all on them, but how come this same focus and this same energy isn't put on something important like what's going on?
Trying to get laws passed and seeing what these people are actually doing in our government, right?
Right.
Like, they're not canceling these governors and these senators and stuff. That's real. Yeah, that is.
These are the actual wicked people in the world.
Yeah.
And something I tell people a lot of the time, when Donald Trump got voted out in favor of Joe Biden, the only thing that happened was we just got a diet Coke version of what Trump was. That's all that is.
Right.
In all honesty, we got rid of a figurehead, right? Where's all of this same energy for the people who are actually making all of these laws? And not even just Republicans, mind you, Democrats as well do some very shady things.
Yeah.
But nobody, like nobody.
Everybody turns the cheek when it's the Democratic Party, right?
They're being paid by the same people.
Yeah.
It's an example I gave to someone the other day. Both parties make false promises to people. They're just speaking to different audiences. I think I said that to you. Both parties make false promises and they get free votes because of it every time.
Yep.
Nobody ever talks about that. Where's the energy for that?
Just something about. Just some news about. In 2018, she ran on this Kristen Sinema. She ran on saying, "I want to lower the cost of medicine," and then in the bill, the infrastructure, the bill, the reconciliation bill, she's saying she doesn't want prices to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing the opposite of what she ran on.
Mm-hmm.
So
if all of these politicians, and this time I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm talking about Democrats, if they all delivered on what it was they said they wanted to do, we would be living an entirely different lifestyle right now.
Definitely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
so let me steer the course away from specifically politicians, and do y'all remember what the baby said at Rolling Loud?
Yeah, that was wild.
Do y'all
what
think
exactly did he say? I watched it, but it's escaping me right now.
In layman's terms, he was just saying like shit like, if you ain't got HIV, put your phones in the air. If you ain't in the parking lot sucking dick, put your phones in the air. And they tried to say like he was going on like a homophobic rant. But to my understanding, nobody in that crowd that was gay or whatever, from what he was saying, was offended by that. It was like cancel culture and people around that shit was like trying to make it seem like he was going on a homophobic rant. So they tried to do the whole cancel the baby shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
I mean, since then he's been on a crazy rampage. He's been going crazy with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
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 It's been fire.
Yeah. That shit and shit like that, and shit with y'all know about the T.I. Tiny situation thing, right? Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but y'all know about it, right?
Yeah, I know about that.
What, the sex trafficking, the allegations?
Yeah. Is that eligible for cancel culture in y'all eyes? Or does it have to be proven?
Yeah, you gotta prove that shit.
You gotta prove it.
Same thing with Bill Cosby. You have to prove that shit to me.
I said that to a lot of people. Bill Cosby went to jail based off of shit they like. Sure, I'll grant you this. Like, a lot of people came out and said that he did it. Right? Do I think he did it? I think it's very hard. I think he did it. Right? But will I say that he went to jail based off of hearsay?
Right.
There was nothing concrete that proved Bill Cosby did these things. I will say I do did it, but nothing was presented that should have put him away.
Right. What you think, Jay Sean? And just speak your shit, bro. Don't censor yourself. Don't censor yourself, bro. Don't cancel yourself. Just speak your shit.
It's just like allegations like about Ellen, like Ellen stuff. Ellen came back on air after that shit came out. Like what? If it was somebody else, they would have been canceled.
Ellen is back.
Nah, she had one more season, and then she's gone. I think I don't know if it's over or not. I don't watch Ellen, so
yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch Ellen. But let me ask y'all this though. Let's say this channel takes off. Let's be real as a whole takes off. Become bigger than what we expect it to be, right? So now everything that we do, now that we're up here, everything that we do, we have to be mindful of, right? We have to be mindful of what we put out. We have to be mindful of the demographics of, who's going to be seeing our content, right? Because if not,
Huh? I'm gonna keep this. You want me to keep it 100 with you? Or you want me to keep it a stack with you?
I already know what you about to say, and I'm right there with you. But go ahead, speak your shit.
I'm gonna be me regardless. I was fine well before celebrity, and if the celebrity comes and goes, I will be fine long after. And dude. I'm not about to let people govern my life or govern what I say.
Right.
I know for a fact I'm not a homophobe or like any of that other shit.
Or racist or any of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody about to put that on. If I say something you don't like, you just don't like
Don't
it.
listen to me.
But yeah, watch somebody else.
Yeah, go somewhere else.
Yeah,
No, for real. But I think it's the headache, and it's like I don't care either. Like I'm gonna be me, like you said. At the end of the day, I was me before this. I'm gonna be me after this. But it's the headache I think that comes with having to deal with that shit, because you say something that offends somebody, and America is so fucking sensitive right now.
Yeah,
it's
sensitive to certain things, because you can talk about killing people and shooting stuff,
and you're desensitized to that.
Talk about freaking overthrowing the government. You can talk about all that, but you can get censored for saying something's gay or something about. I understand, like if you're just going on a rant to somebody's face, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't take something out of context or
misconstrue it to make it seem like it's something that is not.
Yeah.
And those same people that'll cancel somebody of like what Jay Sean said, saying that something is gay or whatever, right? Those same people can go around and turn around and make a song and kill 700 people on the track.
Yeah.
Fat, tall, skinny, small, man, woman, child. They be killing all types of people on these songs, right? That's okay.
That's okay. We desensitized to that shit. So
yeah, that's perfectly fine. And mind you, I listen to some of this shit. So
yeah, no doubt. Me too.
Like, I know for a fact. Why are we canceling them for
promoting that type of violence and shit?
There's been how many shooters in DC this year? How many of them were listening? Kids. But we're not going to cancel that.
No, and that all.
And I'm gonna say something else. And this is a hot one right here. Nobody's gonna like that I say this.
I already know.
The people who are worried about cancel culture and shit like that are all privileged they got themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about stuff that was being said about gay people and stuff like that until it was rich white people who were affected by it.
Yep.
So they were offended that now all of a sudden there's a such thing as cancel culture. We've been called all types of names for years.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It was not until rich white people got affected by it that it meant something.
Yep. No bullshit. No cap.
But then they'll tell you to check your privilege. They privilege their damn self. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And those same people also a lot of them are also racist too. But we're not going to talk about that.
Why don't you think? Why don't you think? Okay, so if cancel culture is like I say, majority white people, right? Why can't we as black people form our own? All right, I'll say this: there's a restaurant right like around the corner from me called Fish Market, and I think around the time that the Black Lives Matter protests and all of that shit was going on, like the George Floyd death and all of that, one of the owners had, I don't know, they did something, said something about somebody wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. Like you can't come in here with that shit on. We briefly, and I mean we by like the community, the black community, we had briefly canceled that restaurant. Like nobody was going there. It was the parking lot was empty, all of that shit. But that was temporary. Now you drive past there, it's back in business. Shit is booming. Right? Why can't why like why can't we come together to cancel shit like that? But the privileged white people that y'all are talking about hold so much weight in canceling somebody that says something offensive, right?
Yeah,
Because
spicy.
they have time. They have time for that shit. I work with this guy in the zoo. Jermaine works with him. We work with this guy. We work with this guy. What's his name? Brandon, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He works in a with he's a senator's aide, and this dude he interns, and this dude's like they call and say, you know, the election was stolen. Like they're so bored. They have the time. It's not only rich white people, but it's poor white people. It's white people in general. They just have time. Black people, we are always worried about what's going to happen next. We're always planning ahead. White people just they just,
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. You on the road. Go ahead.
time to do
Yeah.
it. They have the time to do it. We do not have time for shit like that. That's also our problem. We have to get time to get into politics because we can't wait for white people to change shit for us. Cancel culture. I'm getting to a whole different topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hold that thought though, because I'm trying to gather my thought on what I wanted to say. When it's a black celebrity that does something, right?
Mm-hmm.
These, and it's not about race really. I'm just it is what it is though. These white people that come up and they want to cancel this black celebrity for saying whatever, homophobic rants, whatever, shit like that. But when a white celebrity comes up and says something racist or something along these lines,
All they have to do is apologize.
all they have to do is apologize and they're forgiven. And the shit gets swept
All
under.
they have to do is
Liam
apologize.
Neeson. Liam Neeson is still in films, G.
Liam Neeson killing films. Matter of fact,
Apologize, bro.
yeah, like, come on, what's going on, bro? Where's the cancer culture behind that, bro?
There was something I was going. Oh, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. Right, really good dude. He's actually from
Instead of men, it's racist. It's just racist, huh?
Yeah, hold on, bro. Go ahead.
Black men.
But it's a good friend. We had a conversation. I want to say some years back. I was telling him, and don't get me wrong, I'm big on the idea. Like I'm big on the concept of Black Lives Matter as a
Yeah,
black man should be.
yeah,
Right. Obviously, that's self-hate otherwise. Right.
yeah,
I'm big on the idea of Black Lives Matter. I'm not big on the organization. Here's why. Right. A lot of people that you know that'll go to a rally or whatever, right? They'll go, right? And you could ask them, hey, are you going to be back tomorrow? Are you going to be back the day after that? Are you going to be here if the National Guard shows up? What are they going to say? They're going to say no. And there's a few reasons why. One, they don't want to fucking die. I sympathize with that,
hmm,
right? They don't want to die. They don't they got to go to work the next day. They have kids. They have all these other things that'll stop them from protesting and so forth and so on. All understandable things, right? My style or my preference when it comes to people protesting or showing their distaste at situations is the civil rights movement. The reason why the civil rights movement was so effective was because they didn't have a life to go back to after the protest or after a demonstration. That was their life.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They were dedicated to that. If they died, oh well, this is what we have.
And they
Because
stood
if we
they
don't
stood 10 toes down on that shit.
exactly, this is what we have. If I die for this, this is a good cause. Now ain't nobody dying for that shit.
Ain't nobody dying for a cause no more.
And I won't even say ain't nobody. It's probably like a
Dude, it's
handful of people would, right? But most of them people is there so that they can put it on social media and say that they were there, right? Two, they
clout.
do it for they do it for clout, they do it for social standing and so forth. They're not actually dying for the shit because they don't actually believe in it. People don't believe in what it is they're talking about anymore. Otherwise, we would be in a different situation.
So you think that people do the things that they do not only for clout but for popularity? Everybody's chasing this obsession with going viral.
Yes,
So,
yes. They and
That's everywhere.
and honestly, people want to hate that I said this. Social media defeated these people.
you said they defeated these people?
Social social media defeated civil rights.
Yeah.
all they had to do was put Twitter and Instagram on your phone. It was all over. Now we just talk about it. We ain't willing to die for that no more.
Uh-huh.
You know who's willing to die for all of this? The people keeping you oppressed. They'll die to keep you oppressed. You ain't gonna die to get out of it.
Let me ask y'all this. That's some deep ass shit. I like that. Let me ask you this, Jason. If there was any speaking, Jaffe brought up civil rights, right? If there was any civil rights or any historical black figure that stood for something, right? If they were alive, I mean, it would be old as shit, but regardless, let's say they were the same age they were back then today. If they were alive today, who do you think would be canceled?
Who do I think would be canceled?
Historical black figures. If they were the same age they were back then today, and they were still standing for the shit that they stood for back then, who would be canceled?
I definitely think they'll try to cancel Malcolm X for the shit he says, like how he went about his way. I think they cancel him because I don't know, because social media is just it's so vile, it's toxic, it's very toxic. They can cancel anybody can get canceled for shit they do.
Hey, to be honest with you, cancel culture was around back then.
Yeah.
You know how they handled it? They assassinated you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's more of a social assassination. They destroy your character.
They destroy your character and they defame you.
Yeah.
Social media. Back then, they just assassinated you and tried to make it look like an accident.
But you see the weight of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
People were willing to die for that back then, so you had to assassinate them. Destroying the character wasn't enough.
Nope.
Now you could destroy some, and they're ready to apologize.
Yeah.
There's no. It's heavier back then. Also, to answer your question, I think all of them would be canceled now.
Yeah.
People wouldn't be able to handle the fact that Martin Luther King cheated on his wife.
Yeah, that would have came out.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to handle the fact Martin Luther King was also very conservative. He was a Southern Christian at the head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. They canceled Martin Luther King. They like to they like to bring up all the shit he said about coming together and having a dream and all of this stuff. They don't want to bring up all the other stuff about Martin Luther King.
All the shit that was done and said in the light and the dark.
in the dark.
Nobody wants to hear the negative. They only want to hear the positive. Like you said, they choose what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get caught up in like all of the social justice stuff now, because it's not a battle. Not enough of us care about it to win it. We don't have the men to wage this war. Nobody actually cares. It's a money game. People care more about, and arguably they probably should. People care more about feeding their family, right? And doing all this other shit. People don't actually care about the stuff that they're talking about. The minute the National Guard shows up, the minute they show up with military grade weapons, these people are running. And then they'll go tweet about it. Then ain't gonna do shit.
That's a good one. Hey.
Yeah.
The minute the smoke turn up, people run.
Hey, when they smoke in the city, they quick to find a fire extinguisher.
Look at what happened. Look at what happened back. If that had happened back in the day, then people would have stayed, and if they died, they'd have been ready.
They would have died. Yep, they just would have died. It just would have been what it would have been.
When them National Guard showed up in Baltimore during the riots in Baltimore, them niggas cleared up. What are we talking about anymore?
I actually hold on. I'm a matter of fact, let's wrap this up right here, and we're gonna jump right into another podcast because this shit is getting heavy, and I want to expound on some of these points.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am once again Ronell Rashid. Tomorrow night, my co-host John Richter will be back. He's been all tangled up in some personal business. But for the meantime, I hope you all have enjoyed my brother Jay Sean Linton below me, my brother Javay Graham to the left of me. You can also catch him on a Three Dudes Talking podcast.
Totally different, crazy, but okay.
It's different on yours? Okay, yeah. Also, you can catch Javay every day for the rest of y'all lives. Dropping gems and wisdom all over this channel. He's the John Cena of this channel.
Yes, sir.
He's the Rock. He's the face of Let's Be Real. No days off. So, you know what I'm saying? Anytime.
It's actually been every other. I've been on other shit, so.
Nah, he being humble, y'all.
Working.
But nah, fellas, let me go ahead and end this, and we're gonna hop right back into it.